What's happening? And then she took a sip of her wine because she got a drink in order to tell her story of this story she want to tell y'all. I forgot the story, honestly. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. I forgot what the story was. There we go. Something.
So.
Oh yeah. This is the story of how she ain't know she was taking birth control for the last 2 years. Until this one time.
My grandma was the queen. Okay. She was the queen of like, what I want to say? I want to say scamming. I don't know.
She was the queen of
all right.
You being delusional.
Yeah,
is
like
what it is.
You know, this is the time, you know, you're supposed to believe everything your parents say. So, you know, I believe, like, I felt like I was one of those kids. I believed in Santa Claus way too long in my life, the tooth fairy, all that other bullshit. Like, but that was grandma's, you know, control. She had this shit. Don't laugh at me. She did. So, with the Santa Claus thing, right? And my uncle, like my grandma used to go to work all day, so it used to be just me, my uncle, and you know, my mom used to post to babysit, whatever, when grandma's gone. So, but mom, you know, she was the street, she was out all the time. And with my uncle, and anytime I used to act up, his ass used to be controlling me with the Santa Claus shit. He used to be like, oh, you not listening? I'ma call Santa Claus. And he used to get on the phone and so then I said, okay, all right, I'm sorry. He's like, so it could be July, but if he getting on the phone, that means I'm not getting no Christmas. Yo,
too old for this
son, yeah, I was too old. I think I was junior high, still crying that he's gonna call Santa Claus saying I'm being bad. But yeah.
And none of her friends told her the truth for nothing. It is not your man.
Yeah, I didn't have friends. I was the kid at the tables by myself. Like, and to know me now, you know, and you believe that you like, what? No,
yeah,
what?
You like,
that's
yeah,
crazy. But yeah, I was that weird kid. Like, I was having school shooter vibes back then. Like, but
you know what? Then every morning,
I was the quiet child. I was the quiet.
Grandma was giving her
weird kid. But that's because, you know, my mom, she used to fuck me up really, really bad. So I used to want to be like the other kids and fuck up, but I know I was gonna get WWE when I get home. So who gonna act up?
This is funny because this is story into story into story. It still ain't get to the main part.
And you know why? Okay, let's do a disclaimer, a preface on that. I have bipolar and ADHD. And if you know anything about those, we go, you know, our minds think of one thing and it gotta lead into some other shit. So that's what's going on. So okay. Now I'm a teenager and shit, right? I'm out, you know, low, you know, I'm still, you know, good girl, whatever, you know, so grandma see or whatever, but I'm in them streets, like I'm little, you know, so me and grandma have a conversation at one time, right? But she, long story short, she knows, you know, I'm having sex. So then she goes, oh my God, you having sex? She's like, okay, we gotta go to the doctor and I gotta get you these pills and you gotta come in my room and take it every day, otherwise you're gonna die. So I'm like, what? Okay. So this goes on, you know, she goes to give me these pills, like, you know, it got the days of the week, you know, the little wine you turn, like, yeah, so I'm in there faithfully, like, you know what I mean? And then I go to my god sister house for the summer, I think. And so I'm like, a couple of weeks in the summer go by, and I was like, so see, and this is how I'm saying, like, you know, I was the slow, you know, naive kid or whatever, because it's been a couple of weeks, I ain't take these pills and I'm not dead. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't think like that, though, back then. So, a couple of weeks in, I tell my god sister, I'm like, oh my God, I've been here and, like, I'm not taking those pills. Grandma, you know, be having me come in her room and take these pills every day, and she told me, you know, I'm gonna die if I don't take them, you know, because I'm sexually active and stuff. And so she was like, so my godson was like, what the pills look like? So, you know, I told her, I said, like, it comes in look like a makeup case thing or whatever, but it got like days of the week or whatever. She said, grandma got you taking birth control? Oh my God. I said, no, like, they some pills that if I don't take it, I'm gonna die. She's like, yo, grandma got you taking birth control, son.
This was so delusional. So delusional about these pills.
Son. Moral of the story, long story short, like when I finally got back home, you know, then I had twins.
She found out once she stopped taking the pills, that's gonna make her die.
Yeah.
She found to be pregnant after she stopped taking them shit. With twins.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I had whole 2 fucking babies.
You say what happens when you leave grandma and stop taking them death pills? You get kids. Babies start to come together. You can say, yo, this ain't the first time I heard this shit like yesterday, which took me because it was just like, she just really just thought like, I'm gonna die if I don't take these pills.
I did.
Like, yeah, it was over with. My life. And then she really thought her time was ticking. And all it took was to pee on the stick and then be like, yep. I'm pregnant.
Wait, how did I find out?
Like, did you think you was dying? Like,
no, I found out the school nurse or whatever, and she had to call grandma up there, and I was like, no, for what? Like,
what's the big deal?
So, long story short, like, I somehow, I got out of that. So, you know, the school nurse told me I'm pregnant and stuff, but she didn't call grandma. So, I still was, you know, I went home trying to hide and stuff. But what happened was one time I got real, you know, sick. I had asthma. So, I got real sick. Go to the hospital, you know, they check me. And then most of the time, like with the things that they usually give me in the IV to get me better, now they couldn't give it to me because I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
And then because of my age, I'm 16, then now they gotta, you know, call my parents and stuff. And I said, no, like, you know, call the dad to come and get me. So, so, and one nurse was like, no, but, you know, she's pregnant, so she could sign for herself. And so then, you know, somebody else was like, no, they only could sign for themselves when the baby's born. She's, you know, underage, she's pregnant. I gotta call the mom. And so I was like, fuck. And then the lady come to the hospital, grandma, and she got like this look on her face, right? Oh, I got a story before that, right? Let me go to a story before that. I had overheard like my grandma, now mind you, you know, grandma coming from the, you know, not like times today where everything is, you know, okay. She coming from the back in the days time. So I remember one time, like, I you know, saw her and my uncle was arguing or whatever, because he's trying to tell her he was on some that he don't think that I'm straight. He think that I'm gonna be a lesbian, because, you know, I was on a tomboy phase. Even then, when I got, you know, pregnant or whatever, I was on tomboy phase. Like, my hats had to match my belt and sneakers, you know what I mean? Like, she kept me, you know, lit. Harachis was my thing or whatever, but, like, you couldn't get me in girl clothes. So, you know, he trying to prepare my grandma and stuff, and so she was just so negative. She's like, no the fuck, she better not be, no, you know, my grandma don't curse, but she was like, no the fuck, she's not no bull dagger, you know what I mean? She ain't no bull, she ain't gonna be no bull dyking out of my house and this and that. So, okay, now moving a little bit forward. Now, mind you, remember, I'm 15, 16, you know, she come into the hospital, she had this look on her face and stuff, and so then she's like, when they, but, you know, my grandma had resting bitch face, so I thought that, you know, she came up there for war, she angry, but no, that was just her regular. But then when they told her, she was like a little, you know, relieved, and she was happy, right? And come to find out, she's happy because guess what? That means she won the argument. My uncle is full of shit because how can I be a bulldagger if I'm pregnant? So she was really happy that, you know, my kids was coming. But then when, you know, we got home and, you know, she told my uncle and things, and like, you know, he come in there with a speech talking about something. You can't even take care of yourself. How you gonna take care of baby? And this.
So the grandma not even giving you.
Yeah, she ain't give me no static and shit, but his ass did. And then, right? And that wasn't enough when they told, you know, like my mom I'm pregnant and stuff, right? So she come try to give me, you know, some lecture, a speech, right? But I'm looking at her and I said, you had me at like 13. The fuck is you talking about? I'm like, you know, that's in my head. Like, I just let her talk. Like, me and her, we had like a love, you know, hate relationship. So I'm just like, but that's in my head. Like, you gonna tell me about being pregnant at fucking 15, 16? You had a whole, I came out your body at 13. Like, you know, get out of here. So yeah, that's my story. My babies came a little early though. The twins came 2 months before they were supposed to.
Boom.
Little 2 pounds.
And if you thought this was a story about how I was born, no. Story of how she thought she was gonna die because she thought fucking birth control pills was fucking stay alive pills, basically.
Some immortal shit.
Some immortal, exactly. Really, like people, son.
But I think I prefaced all of that to say is why, like, all 3 of my kids can tell you, like, I ain't never sugarcoat shit. Whatever the fuck question they had, I answered it because I thought about all the lies my grandma taught me, and I believed it for a long ass time in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and plus, you know, I was an only child for a long time, so, you know what I mean? She really had me for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Just me.
Mm-hmm.
So I preface that to say that I don't sugarcoat nothing for them, and things that they all, you know about, whatever the subject is. Looking back, they was way too young to know those things, but at the same time, it make them humbler and better human beings, right?
Yep,
like, especially if I could look back at a time of, right, my favorite show used to be damn, what was the name of the show? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't. The only thing in my mind is Gullah Gullah Island.
No. It was like mad gay relationships going on.
Oh,
the
you talking about
and
Noah's Ark?
Noah's Ark. So my favorite show used to be Noah's Ark, right? So they had, you know, back then they was, you know, showed, you know, like have you understanding about trans and gay and all of this. And they little ass kids, but, you know, they watched it. But guess what? In their life and meeting people, they have something to preface on, and they'll, you know, they don't judge, and they treat people how you supposed to fucking really treat people in life because of, you know, what they already had experienced. But yeah, they was like way too young to be watching that show looking back, but
still a good show.
It's still a good show.
Make sure you go check out Noah's Ark. Bring
not
it back
sponsored.
A little bit.
Not sponsored.
Not
not sponsored. But
it's a good show.
That's my shit.
For real. Actually, I dead don't mind watching that again.
Word. You can binge that shit.
Alright, guys. Make sure you put this,
some red wine,
in the comments down below. That's how I know you made it to the end. You know the vibe.
Hashtag red wine.
Hashtag red wine.
Red wine mom.
Hashtag delusional. Hashtag
pills to stay alive.
Pills to stay alive.